This is unbelievable. It is scary also, very much scary. We cannot pretend that there was no irregularity and some form of manipulation, but then some of these things were done because somehow it looked like Cynthia had certain people backing her. Now, then it was like, oh, Cynthia, the baby belongs to Obelegushi. Now, certain people have asked questions. If that baby belonged to Obelegushi, what will stop Obelegushi from taking over that baby? In fact, hijacking that baby, taking that baby completely from Cynthia. Will Cynthia prefer to be with MOHBAD than Obelegushi that has funds, a lot of money to pamper and spoil her? After all, MOHBAD was just an upcoming. He had no money per se, money that he can lay hold on and say, yes, I have money. Apart from some couple of millions that we heard, $72,000 that his record label boss talked about, with no evidence yet. But for him to have said so, it means the money is somewhere. Somehow, that is what we want to believe. Anyway, talks are flying right, left, and center. And Obelegushi is back in the picture. You don't want to see or hear this one. Because I don't know how you're going to balance it. I don't know how you're going to stomach this one. It is unbelievable. Like, I just do not know what to say about this. Ladies and gentlemen, this life is full of wickedness. Life is full of wickedness. And I will keep repeating it like I said it in previous analysis, in previous talk. Make sure that nobody unalives you. Because once you're gone, done with, in this life, there is no way to get yourself back. In fact, justice for you when you are no longer alive can be excruciating, difficult, and at times impossible to get to attain. That's the truth of it. So make sure nobody deletes you. Make sure that you remain alive to fight for yourself or ask people to help you get you that justice. This is the case of MOHBAD. A lot of things can be said about it. So many things can be said about the demise of MOHBAD. Well, so it will not appear like I'm the only one talking. I want you to see for yourself firsthand. In fact, this shook a lot of people and it led them into tears. Like, how come this has been kept for this long? Please like and share, tap on the subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Still on MOHBAD's justice.
ṣàfẹ́ bitterness dẹ̀ tó máa tuntun rí obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ wọn tó wà òkè jù wọn lọ wọ́n kàn jókòó wọ́n kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọ́n rí I don't know wọ́n kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọ́n rí the way tó ṣe ń support àwọn ọkùnrin sì yìí I don't understand. Ọkùnrin máa ṣe nǹkan tó dá sí obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ wọn torí pé wọ́n hate obìnrin yẹn o àbí bí àwọn nǹkan ti pa wọ́n pọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀
enjoy lọ ṣe máa ń go against obìnrin ọkùnrin náà máa support against
okay tó bá ń sọ pé nítorí nǹkan tí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó àti ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà so ká ní pé kò sí òfin gidi so they would rather pé kán pa Wùnmí nítorí wọ́n hate Ìyábọ̀.
kò ń ṣe torí ẹ̀
nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ nìyẹn.
Ìyábọ̀ bá máa wà involve wọ́n máa hate Wùnmí kò ń ṣe torí ẹ̀ Ìyábọ̀ bá máa wà wọn kì í support obìnrin àwọn obìnrin táyé wọn ti bàjẹ́ yẹn ọkùnrin ló máa support against anything tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní lọ́rọ̀ obìnrin àtọkùnrin ọkùnrin ló máa support against obìnrin àwọn obìnrin táyé wọn ti bàjẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀dẹ̀ máa ń rí wọn tó máa ń kóra wọn jọ tó máa ń go against àwọn obìnrin. ẹ̀rí kí èso ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí táwọn obìnrin kan pink woman kan àti green ayọ̀ ìyálẹ̀ àti ìyàwó tọkọ wọn ṣe birthday rí báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń support eléyìí tó gbọ́kọ yẹn ẹni tó gbọ́kọ yẹn wọ́n máa support ẹ̀ against ìyàwó tó ti wà nílé for years torí bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn.
You know what? Not only that, wọ́n ti ẹ mọ̀ kọ́tí mi ti wá ló ti ọ̀rọ̀ pink and green yẹn. Everybody pink green kò sẹ́ni tó sọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin yẹn. Ọkùnrin yẹn ni innocent nínú gbogbo.
Bọ́n ẹ máa ń ṣe nìyẹn wọ́n kì í very aggressive. Ẹ wo UK blogger very aggressive. Ẹ wo kí ló ń pè eléyìí ọmọ ológo tẹni very aggressive. Ta ló fẹ́ fún?
Ìyẹn náà wèrè ni ó tiẹ̀ ti kúrò lórí ẹ̀.
Àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ́ ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ pé kí Wùnmí gbà wọ́n lè gba ẹyọkan fún bàbá ọkọ kankan.
Jẹ́ kí n pa ẹlẹ́rìí kan ní ìsìn yẹn tí mo fẹ́ bọ́ sí.
Àwọn tó ní sùúrù láti gbélé ọkọ.
Tí mo fẹ́ join ní chat yìí. Tí mo fẹ́ join chat yìí. Ọkọ mi ó ṣẹ̀dé láti ibi iṣẹ́ ni ó wá fẹ́ sáré gbé mo dúró mo jẹ́ kó jáde because tó bá rí mi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ á ní rántí kí ni gbogbo ilé ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yóò máa jẹ́ kó wá wọ̀ ẹ́ lórí tó báyìí torí ọlọ mi kàn lè wá imagine kí ọkọ mi wà nílé bó ṣe máa ń pariwo òṣì ẹ.
Gbogbo wọn ni a ní gbogbo wọn lọkàn ti condemn wọn náà. Ok bí gbogbo wọn ṣe wà yẹn ẹ rí bó ṣe wà aggressive. Èwo ló lè manage ọkùnrin nínú wọn bó ṣe wà aggressive. How can you be that aggressive and you think you can manage a man? Ṣé ní gbogbo nǹkan ok ẹ jẹ́ kí n béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ yín gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ kí n béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ yín bí gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ pé ó yẹ kí Wùnmí kó ogún fún bàbá Mohbad kó gbé ọmọ fún bàbá Mohbad yẹn ṣé àwọn fúnra ara wọn lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fọkùnrin láwọn tó wà aggressive tó lè gun ọkọ pa yìí gbogbo wọn ló lè gun ọkùnrin pa kò sí tó lè fọkọ nínú wọn bí lóyìnbó ṣe tó yìí kó má sí ọkùnrin kan tó máa sọ pé wọ afẹ́fẹ́ ẹ wo bí kan fi ṣe wà tá ló fẹ́fẹ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n nìyẹn tó bá yẹ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ lè ṣe jẹ́ ọmọlúwàbí ẹ̀rọ kọ̀ọ̀kan tó máa gbogbo wọn rọ́kọ fẹ́ torí ẹ̀ lọ ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ló dé tó àfọkọ kò sí ọkùnrin kankan tó lè bá gbélé torí ẹ wò ṣé bí UK blogger tó ń bá ọmọ ẹyọ kan gbélé ó pọlọpàá fọmọ kò lè ní sùúrù láti bọmọ gbé ṣé yẹn ló máa bá ọkùnrin gbé yẹn ló máa gbárù nǹkan tí bàbá Mohbad ń gbà tí ó tó ní kí Wùnmí gbà òun lè gbárù ẹ̀ ṣé òun àtọkọ lè ṣiṣẹ́ kókó gun ọkọ ẹ̀ kókó fún bàbá ọkọ ẹsìkẹsì nǹkan tí mò ń sọ gbogbo wọn lè gba nǹkan tó máa ń dish out they cannot take it from anybody they're just saying it ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fún yàn 100,000 lásán gan ẹgbẹ́ ẹni kó ẹ fẹ́ máa control láìfẹ́ tó bá yẹ pé ilẹ̀ wá fọkàn tó kọ yín fún bàbá ọkọ yín lówó kí lẹ máa ṣe fún bàbá ọkọ yín ó yẹ yín àwọn àgbàlagbà wọn lè manage ọkùnrin wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọdé méjì tán fẹ́ra wọn ọmọdé méjì tó lágúmẹ̀ntì ṣe bí wọn náà ti bú Mohbad rí ìwọ náà bú who is Mohbad tán lè bú kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tán lè bú Mohbad ṣé tí a bá fọkàn wọn ní kò gbọdọ̀ bọ́kọ ẹ̀ ni ṣé tí a bá fọkàn wọn ní kò gbọdọ̀ bọ́kọ ẹ̀ jà kí ni big deal mẹ́.
àwa gan ta darúgbó ta.
ṣe bí wọn ti ṣe bí wọn náà ti ìwọ náà búlì Mohbad ìwọ náà búlì Mohbad ìbí wọn náà bá jà kí ló tán bá jà ṣe bọ́n fẹ́ràn.
ṣọmọ mi ní búlì ṣá ṣọmọ mi ní búlì.
ọba búlì ó búlì ẹ̀ nìyẹn kí ló dé tí ò lè búlì ọkọ ẹ̀ kí ni big deal mẹ́ àwọn jọ ń fẹ́ra wọn náà Mohbad ṣe gbogbo bí Mohbad ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù ṣé wú ní Mohbad náà ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ kò ní ká fi yá àbí kò fẹ́ dá fún bàbá ẹ̀ àbí fẹ́ pàyà ẹ̀ níyàn ṣe búlì.
bí Mohbad ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó dàbẹ̀ ń tọ́ búlì.
ṣé yẹn ni búlì.
àní bí Mohbad náà ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣé bí ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sóbì nìyẹn tí wọn náà máa sọ pé ṣé kí àwọn ẹni kú fẹ́ pàyà ẹ̀ ní kú fẹ́ pa bàbá ẹ̀ ní ṣé ọkùnrin sọ̀rọ̀ sóbì rẹ̀ ìyẹn òun Mohbad fúnra rẹ̀ ò kì í ṣe búlì.
And honestly, like you said, bitterness, Sherry, ni wípé don't be too bitter. Don't allow bitterness in your life because
it's not good.
Anybody. Kò sí òní rí.
Bí ṣe wáyé kò sẹ́ni tí mi ò lè bá ṣe. Kò sí tó kàn mí àtàwọn tó ṣe bàbá Mohbad gan mo lè bá wọn ṣe kí ni big deal bẹ́ẹ̀.
Nǹkan tí mo ti sọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí woman yìí sọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ bí Ìyábọ̀ bóyá ó ṣe bóyá ọ̀yàn kan pàdé you are using your own good mind. Anybody tí ò bá ti ní good mind tó ẹ pé ó gbéraga ni àwọn èèyàn ní wá sí wedding ẹ ẹ̀yin ló good mind but if you are evil minded or your mind is perverted and twisted with bitterness evil ẹ máa rí kò sí ẹ lè rí goodness ẹ lè make excuse kankan fún even this so called baba Mohbad as much as I was angry with him why did you bury your son so quickly láì ṣe pé Muslim why did you bury kò jẹ́ ká rójú tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kọ́ ni bóyá ó sọ pé kinní kan ni you know when they make that excuse tó dẹ̀ ni bóyá kò ronú dáadáa straightforward without feeling anger or bitterness or cursing him despite the fact that I'm not his biggest fan even before knowing all of these things ẹ̀yẹ sẹ́ pé mi like nǹkan tí màá yín ṣe but I will never speak about him with so much venom or anger.
ìyàn tó lọ sí ọmọ wọn máa sọ fún yín pé bóyá kò ronú dáadáa ẹni tó táìpù sórí social media ìyẹn ronú dáadáa. wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé wọ́n jọ wà nínú ẹ̀.
wọ́n ló pè ní ìgbà tó yá wọ́n ní
wọ́n ló pè ní
báwo ló ṣe
nàìjíríà.
máa pe ọkọ ẹ̀ ní nígà
nǹkan tó ń
mo
pè
ní
nìyẹn
àwọn
nǹkan
generation
tó ń pè nìyẹn nǹkan tó ń pè láwọn nìyẹn kò sí wọn tó kọ́ anybody àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀rí kan gbà tóun náà gbé ọmọ tó gbé Liam sínú mọ́tò tó ń lọ sí show lọ́jọ́ sí kí ló pè ó ní máìnígà nǹkan tó tóun náà pè Liam nìyẹn náà.
ló pe let me tell you something ọkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan ní Island ó kú èmi go tí ì gbọ́ ọmọ mi first born mi ló wá bá mi pé mom mo ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní ọkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi kú because ìgbà táwọn ṣe tó ní ọdún náà tí yẹn ṣe 50th ẹ̀ èmi àti àwọn ọmọ mi la jọ lọ sí Island so ibẹ̀ yẹn lòun àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ọmọbìnrin dẹ̀ lòun náà bí wọ́n ti wá get lórí social media wọ́n ti wà friendly wọ́n ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀ so ọmọ mi ló wá sọ fún mi pé ọkọ ọ̀rẹ́ mi kú mo ní báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ mo ní irọ́ o mo ní mo sì bọ́rẹ̀ mi sọ̀rọ̀ ń jẹta náà ọkọ ẹ̀ kú ó lọ́kọ ẹ̀ kú mo ní ó wá fi fótò hàn mi mo rí fótò yẹn mi ìfẹ́ believe ẹ̀ pé because mo sì bá ọ̀rẹ́ mi sọ̀rọ̀ kò sọ fún mi pé ọkọ òun ara ẹ̀ ò yá kinní kan bí mo ṣe pe ọ̀rẹ́ mi nìyẹn mo ní báwo lòun ṣe mọ̀ ó ní àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló gbé sórí social media ẹ wá ń sọ pé nítorí pé Wùnmí ó gbé sórí social media Wùnmí sọ pé wọ́n ti pa ọkọ òun kó wá take trophy mo ní bàbá 90 something bá kú ní Nàìjíríà àwọn Nigerians àní wọ́n pa á ni it is the normal way of.
ẹ bá ti ẹbí ni pé mistake ni bàbá Mohbad ṣe bóyá kò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe kó tó ẹ̀yin náà máa ẹni láti believe pé okay mistake náà ni Wùnmí náà ṣe tóun náà fi kàn simple as that.
mo ní ó sọ pé àwọn ti pọkọ òun mo ní it is normal.
ọmọdé ni náà ọmọdé
ní Nàìjíríà
àwọn ọmọ orí social media yìí wọn mọ nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe.
mo ní jẹ ọmọdé ni Wùnmí ó gbé sórí social media. That is the first point of call fún
àwọn ọmọ yìí ẹ̀gbọ́n jẹ fún àwọn ọmọ yìí kọ́kọ́ mú fóònù báyìí kọ́kọ́ yà báyìí wọ́n á yà báyìí wọ́n á gbé sórí social media.
wọ́n á gbé sórí social media lórí Snapchat lórí kinní kan mo ní so what is the big deal about pé Wùnmí pé ọkọ ẹ̀ nígà Wùnmí gbé sórí social media pé bàbá Mohbad tẹ̀ tètè lọ sin àwọn ó lọ tètè sin ọmọ ẹ̀ yẹn mi ò tiẹ̀ akílódé ó ní òkú ọmọ òun òkè mo but ibi tí anga mi ti wá fún màá yẹn ní ìjọ tí ọmọ ẹ̀ kú tó ń sin ọmọ ẹ̀ wọ́n wá interview ìjọ yẹn ló wá ń sọ kán wo ilé bàbá celebrity kò fún ẹ 100,000 rí báyìí lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ìyẹn lásán kò ti jẹ́ kẹ́ fi mọ̀ wípé this man is all about ogún ọmọ ẹ̀.
gbogbo wọn lọ́mọ ṣe bóun náà ní UK náà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wà ń bu tó fi ń bu yẹn gbogbo wọn lọ́mọ náà bọ́ dàtẹ́mi náà ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ èmi ṣàmọ̀ kí wọ́n lè tèsí ọmọ ẹ̀ àwọn tó ti explain fún mi ti ń wò.
the same thing Ìyábọ̀ sọ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ kóun rọra yẹra fún ni ìgbà tóun bá sọ̀rọ̀ náà ọ̀rọ̀ ogún ló ń sọ.
lẹ́yìn nǹkan tó máa ṣe pẹ̀lú Ìyábọ̀ náà nìyẹn wọ́n máa pè é pé kó lọ gba ìwé ilẹ̀ yẹn wá lọ́wọ́ Wùnmí o lọ gba ìwé ilẹ̀ yẹn wá lọ́wọ́ Wùnmí o mi máa ń gba ìwé ilẹ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́ Wùnmí o nǹkan tí yẹn fi sá fún wọn nìyẹn.
èdè sọ pé ó ṣe kinní kan I don't know wickedness Ọlọ́run heal wọn from it that's just the fact because.
ó tún tí wọ́n máa ń mọ̀ sí ni pé ẹ̀rí ẹlòmíì tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá farabalẹ̀ wàá rò pé nílé yẹn ló wà ń gbà tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Adam wàá rò pé kódà ó wà ń bẹ̀ àbí ìjọ tí Wùnmí.
bá nǹkan bọ́ sókè ó ní ṣe tí nǹkan tí fídíò ń gbé jáde ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí rí ó ti fi hàn wípé bóyá mo ṣó pé mo ti lọ bá Ìyábọ̀ ó ti kúnlẹ̀ ó ti ṣàlàyé fún pé báyìí ni o òun ò mọ́mọ́ òun ti ṣubú ni o kíní kan like nígbà tí wọ́n kúnlẹ̀ bó ṣe kúnlẹ̀ ṣe bí Ìyábọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ bọ́ síta á ti bọ́ta pé wá mi ò lè gbẹ́sí pé wọ́n á bèèrè mo ní I don't understand ṣé wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí wọ́tà gbọ́ ṣé kò ti fi hàn wá ni pé ṣebí ó ti lọ́ba ṣe bóun ni godmother ṣe bóun ló ń train ẹ̀ godmother báwo ìgbà ọ̀nà train ẹ̀.
àléyàn kan àlọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mò ń sọ yìí ó wá sínú ilé mi yìí ó wá sọ fún ibi tá a ti ń jọ ágì tó ti jọ ó ní kẹ́mi dàgbà ó gbọ́n sí mo dẹ̀ ṣe mo ní
ìyàwó UK yẹn ètò pé UK yẹn náà bó sọ pé ṣẹ́rí wọn ní Olúgùṣù wà lókè ìyàwó àǹsálẹ̀ I was so glad when I had me ẹ̀ ti sú ẹ̀ pé kí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ honestly ṣẹ́rí èmi ṣì ń pray o pé láfítà tí gbogbo kìíní tó bá die down káwọn ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà kàn fi àwọn kan jófin so that ìwé ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ because as much as à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn kan tó kú tó ṣaláìsí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tó mọ̀nà ọkọ̀ ẹ̀ náà kàn fi ń ṣe wọ́n fi ń tàfàlà wọ́n fi ń gbewédú wọ́n fi ń gba lion somebody is mourning ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń fi ayé wọn ṣe káìtì ẹ lọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ very very.
If you know how much I was so happy yesterday when I heard that ìgbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ní pé Elégùṣì pé òun ó sú òun tó bá mọ bí mo ṣe máa ń bú Elégùṣì yẹn máa ní so bó ṣe nífọ̀n tó lè kanná tó lágbára tó àzọba kò lè sùn bèbí wèrè yìí.
understand èdè máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò ṣojú yín host your meat you can't hear you.
àdìmọ̀ sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan mo ní àbí Elégùṣì gan ní skeleton in his cupboard today.
You are on mute.
Because how can you not sue
Madam
this silly girl?
You are on mute o it's okay. Níbo bring evidence you know. Èmi kàn ní
ìjọ tí ó gbé Wùnmí tó gbé gba ẹ̀yìn aṣọ tó wọ̀ kọ́lọ̀ aṣọ tó wọ̀ kíní kan tó wọ̀.
With that funny Arifa guy.
mo ń bèrè ní ìjọ yẹn pé did any ṣé gbogbo yín ti mọ̀ wípé Mohbad máa kú ni tẹ̀fín take note kọ́lọ̀ mọ́tò tó no.
I'm telling you.
Like, when you take ṣé wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé ó máa kú ni.
This is why they mean sọ wípé àbáwọn people yìí ń lo because you will sit down there máa gbọ́
wọn lo any jack shit they are just bitter they are just onírọ́ ni wọ́n.
because máa rò pé tí ọba tiẹ̀ ń parọ́ fún mi ó yẹ kí bí mi even if I'm straight ó yẹ kó o mọ̀ nínú rẹ̀ ó yẹ kí wọn náà máa lè decipher báwọn people yìí ń gbẹ̀yìn wọ́n kàn ń gbẹ̀yìn ní handicap mi.
sórí gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mi ò tiẹ̀ wá blame wọn because gbogbo wọn fi ń wọ owó ni lórí social media. But àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n sí ní social media tó ń believe wọn yẹn ni mo ní pé irú àwọn èèyàn wo lélẹ̀.
àní irú ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn pé Yomi ní sẹ́ we are 99.1% pé
ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mò ń sọ yìí she yes ó ti 58 nísìn. ìjọ kan ni mo rí lórí social media tó ń sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa dá sista Bukky lọ òun ní dá sista Bukky ó dẹ̀ believe gbogbo nǹkan tí Bukky Jesse ń sọ yẹn ó believe ẹ̀ and this is an educated human being. ọ̀rọ̀ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ èèyàn máa ń sọ pé illiteracy no bitterness.
This is where I came up. Ani mojo komuni is either about people in mental illness or really bóyá wọ́n lò for because mama do pé question kí àwọn èèyàn lè béèrè question tí.
But if tó bá jẹ́ pọ́n lóògùn ṣebí the same ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ lèmi ń gbọ́ tí mo mọ̀ pé ń parọ́.
Thank you Sha.
Any other person náà ń gbọ́ tó ń pa téèyàn mọ̀ pé irọ́ náà ń pa.
Mo try láti work ẹ̀ lórí mi pé báwọn làwọn èèyàn ṣe mọ̀ pé this is gogo wọ́n dẹ̀.
Because tó máa ń you see an educated human being tádẹ̀ tó máa believe nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ.
Èèyàn lọ sí border ó ní mo wà ní border right now.
Border ló mú wáyé.
Mo lè pé àwọn ẹ̀rẹ́ ń fọ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí ó fún ní owó I'm like ibẹ̀ mi. Ṣé wọ́n ti lo oògùn fún yín?
Ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣé gbogbo wọn lè gbà kọ́mọ wọn ṣé gbogbo àtàwọn àmì a lè gbà kọ́mọ wa lóyún fún Elégùṣì kó gbé fún Mohbad.
Kó gbé I don't understand.
Èmi ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ìyá ìyàwó ọba ni àbí.
Ẹ má dá mi ò ní culture Yorùbá.
Mo ní ọba ló máa ń dẹ́sẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Mo ní number one. As far as we know àmọ́ bóyá ń bò mí o. Bóyá Elégùṣì ti bímọ ọkùnrin báyìí.
Send your request if you want to come up, please.
Elégùṣì.
Mo ní bóyá Elégùṣì ti wá bímọ ọkùnrin o. Mo ní ta ni Mohbad? Wùnmí gan. Wùnmí á lóyún fún Elégùṣì, á wá lọ gbé fún Mohbad.
Jamin. Kíákíá wọ́n ti kó wọlé kíákíá Wùnmí ti.
Mo ní tó bá le jù, Elégùṣì á gbé Wùnmí travel kúrò Nàìjíríà.
Ilé ẹ̀ ń sọ ikọ̀ tí ẹ ní ìdá ti travel ìgbà mélòó ni wọ́n fi ń dolórí pátápátá àwọn blogs àgbẹ̀ wọn rojọ́ lẹ́yìn.
Wọ́n rojọ́ wọn dákẹ́.
Wọ́n tún embrace ẹ̀ gan ní pàápàá and you guys are just falling okay káti wa ní.
Regina Daniels kan ló fẹ́ bàbá 70 something.
Thank you kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀.
eventually kì í ṣe wọ́n kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìgbà tó yá wọ́n sọ Regina Daniels di role model fáwọn ọmọbìnrin wọn.
And besides, Mohbad was not even as popular then. So
Kani Davido ní ìsìn à sọ pé.
Kani
Davido gan mo ń go to Kani Kiss Daniel gan ni ó ní Wùmí gbé ọmọ Elégùṣì lọ fún. Màá sọ pé okay,
maybe because àwọn èèyàn mọ̀.
Kiss Daniel náà tàbí ọbíọ̀ Kiss Daniel náà lówó lọ́wọ́ díẹ̀ is quite rich. Mohbad ti dòkó ọ̀rùn ọmọlọ́mọ kì í ṣe pé mo fi ń yọ ẹ o.
ṣé Elégùṣì jẹ́ pásítọ̀ ni tẹ́fù máa sọ pé pásítọ̀ àgbọ̀dọ̀ gbọ́n ta kò ṣe bóyá pásítọ̀ even gan pásítọ̀ à ń gbọ́ how much more kò ń ṣe pásítọ̀ ọba ni ẹ pátápátá àbọ̀tà pé òun fẹ́ láni ọba máa ń gbàyàwó ìyẹn náà mà ní culture Nàìjíríà.
ó ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé Wùmí gan.
ó gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé simple. àwọn sọ pé ó fẹ́ lọ pààlú.
ó lóyún fún Elégùṣì ó lọ ń squat lọ́dọ̀ Bella.
Ọ̀dẹ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn people. That's what I'm saying. Wọ́n lè provide evidence ibi tó ti ya fọ́tò kan papọ̀ ibi kan tí nǹkan kan ti pa wọ́n papọ̀. No, Elégùṣì ló bímọ. Ó wá gba left hand wọlé ní missionary position gan náà ṣe.
Bí ìgbà wọn wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ìjókòó síbẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń wá yín lọ. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń wá orí yín lọ. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ìjẹ́ kó máa láò yín.
Ṣé bá ti so kí ló dé tí o máa gbóyún fún Mohbad ti pàṣẹ.
Èyí tó ti ẹ̀ ń pè ní poor grace yẹn ṣé o mọ ẹ̀pọ̀n tó fọ́ ni just a couple of
weeks ago. Mi ò wo show ẹ̀ rí up to now mi ò lọ sí page ẹ̀ mi ò wo show ẹ̀ rí.
mi kò rí mi ò rí mo kàn
rí page ẹ̀ rí mi ò wo rí.
across the FIP ones mo kàn ń lọ mo ṣe àrídọ́ ń gbàdúrà mo pé hey I'm like èmi dẹ̀ ṣì ní to say TikTok relative ni okay this is good o àwọn olè máa ń gbàdúrà ó máa ní show that's good èyí ó lè máa ní prayer meeting lórí online. A couple of weeks later mo bá tún rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo gbọ́ tó ń ṣépè fún kí ni títí àǹkan ni woman yìí ni alẹ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ táwọn ń ṣépè fún ìtọ́nà àpò ń ṣépè fún Wùmí àtọmọ rẹ̀ kí ló ṣe wọ́n.
Imagine kéèyàn tó lóun Christian òun fẹ́ gbàgbé òun fẹ́ gbàdúrà pé kí ọmọ yẹn má jẹ́ ti Mohbad.
I totally forgot about her. I now saw another blog. I want to say, wọ́n rí ẹ̀jẹ̀, wọ́n ṣe kíni. But this thing, today she man bother me. Mo comment and say, Baba, you saw this blood, you saw this, you suspected, and yet you buried your son early. Why? That was all I said. Yeah, we reach grace. You know, poor grace. You will answer for every idle word you spoke. I'm like, what does that mean? Kill and so. I didn't abuse the guy. I only expressed my concern, which is something like if I see Baba Mohbad today, I say, listen, in all of this, I'll keep saying, why did you bury the guy quickly? Because funny proper burial. And of course now, to come up with, if he had not buried him, maybe they would have find more information. So, down, you answer to all I do. I'm like, Marayo, and I replied, and so would you, because your own idle words is even more than mine. But all these anti-justice people. 2 or 3 weeks later, mo wá rí show ẹ̀ tó sọ pé mo máa
pa anti-justice yẹn sí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ tàfi ń bá bàbá sọ.
Èmi ni idle word anti-justice èmi ló ń pè ní idle word and anti-justice but ìwọ only God will judge me. Ìwọ ló fẹ́ pààyàn táwọn lọ́lọ́ máa judge láàrin èmi àti ẹ̀.
láàrin yẹn.
Oh my goodness.
Doing the same thing for 2 years because nothing comes out of it. The same thing ẹ kàn lórí lójú kan because ẹ ṣe right thing. Ẹ fẹ́ sọ irọ́ di òtítọ́. Ẹ ti náwó ti bankrupt. Ẹ fẹ́ sọ irọ́ di òtítọ́.
Let me tell you something. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad.
Wọ́n ti make gbogbo àwọn speaker àwọn dolówó.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yìí. For over a year. Tí bá rí picture ọmọ yẹn tí bá rí màmá sọ ẹkún nígbà tó yá ọkọ mi ní kí má máa wo gbogbo kìíní mọ́ pé mo kàn stress ara mi. But sórí ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mo lè mà tiẹ̀ máa argue yẹn tí bá sọ fún pé kíní abiyamọ dẹ̀ ni wọ́ yìí.
Nǹkan tó máa ń sọ nìyẹn wọ́n máa ṣe báyìí. Tọ́lá ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ló dẹ̀ bímọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló dẹ̀ lọ́mọkùnrin tiẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló dẹ̀ bímọ.
Abiyamọ dẹ̀ ní báyìí.
Nítorí mo bímọ ní kí n máa parọ́ nǹkan tí mi ò rí bí.
Wọ́n pa ọmọ lọ́mọ. O dẹ̀ ní sympathy.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ tó máa sọ. Ó gun lẹ́yìn ni. Wọ́n lọ gun lọ́rùn. Tẹ́ bá ní wọ́n ní wọn gun gbé lọ́yà wọn lọ síbẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò síbi tó ti gun. Ìdí náà ti gun wọn ṣì díẹ̀ ni ẹ mọ̀ wá.
No, èyí tó tiẹ̀ máa tún gba mílíọ̀nù wá sọ pé tó bá pé yẹn ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad máa ṣe your son will marry the likes of.
Ẹ sọ fún ọgbọ́n nǹkan tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Wùnmí. ọmọ wọn máa fẹ́ bàbá ọkọ bí ohun
Before I now reply one of them.
Wọ́n wá gbẹnu dákẹ́.
No, money, hold on a minute. You mean my son will meet somebody that doesn't have money? To them aduro ti because àwọn people ti wà together kí Mohbad tó ní ṣingba.
Ṣé Jesus lọmọ yín ni wọ́n ní kó máa dúró tẹ̀yàn? Ṣé Jesus lọmọ yín wọ́n ní kó máa dúró tẹni tó lówó ni?
Tin, you know, teenager ti ẹni wọ́n really need much to we are together. Doesn't that tell you something that this girl was there? Kò ṣe pé ti pé Mohbad is Davido money o ṣe mo. Kan pé okay Mohbad olówó rẹ̀.
They know the truth. They know the truth. Ẹ wá dúró gbogbo nǹkan tí UK wá sọ yẹn sí. Ẹ wo UK blogger ẹ wá dúró nǹkan tó sọ. Bàbá Mohbad ẹ sọ pé 500,000 gba ilé yín kọjá rí. Oh, gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbọ́ ni. Látàbí.
Ọmọ Wùnmí níwájú ibi tó ti ń kọ́ọ̀kì ó gbé ìbọn dání ó dẹ̀ ń defend ọkọ ẹ̀.
That's very stupid of her. That
was very stupid. Yes. Quite all right. But what I am trying to say ni pé ọmọ tó lè go to that level.
Stop stupid young love.
That was very stupid of her. Ẹ mọ nǹkan.
Stupid young love ló kó báyẹn náà.
Ẹ gbọ́ ẹ rí sí pé bàbá Mohbad sọ pé tá bá lé wọn ò lè lọ. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ lọ ni ẹ lọ wọn ò lè lọ torí owó tó ń make ni. Gbogbo ilé bí bàbá Mohbad ṣe wá ṣe show fún wọn yẹn they cannot wọn ò lè bú ní bú bàbá kí ló fà torí owó tó ń make ní bú bàbá nígbà tó bá fún wọn lówó tán tó bá rí pé kò lọ mọ́ ó sì padà wá bú bàbá forget ìwà oníwà onífẹ́ oníwà lẹ̀ wọn ò ní sùúrù ẹyọ kan tó ẹ̀ lọ ṣe lè gbélé ọkọ wọn ò ní sùúrù tó fi ń bọ́kùnrin gbé wọn ò ní sùúrù tó fi ń bọ́ ọmọ gbé wọn ò ní sùúrù tó fi ń bẹ́ anybody gbé wọn ò fi sùúrù bá anybody ṣe tó bá jẹ́ bẹ̀yàn abọ́ sórí social media láti jọ wọ́n èmi Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ iṣẹ́ irú ẹ̀ tí má mọ̀ pé máa fail báwo ló ṣe máa gbá ìyà fún 2 years tó dẹ̀ fail nǹkan yọ kan báyìí it not come out of what the noise they were making láti jọ kéèyàn máa pariwo kó má ṣe ẹyọ kan báyìí tẹ́ again kò sí ju pé kó máa rán àwọn èèyàn ẹ lọ bá wa record lágbájá ẹ lọ bá wa record lágbájá
Don't say that. What do you mean pé wọ́n gain owó?
No, maybe I don't know. Because before they got this sound about
TikTok lion.
He was the one that was clamoring for pé they must get a son. They must get a son.
Now, Emma, she came out to say, "Oh, I trust Baba. I trust go for me. That was to go for me. It's go for me. Yeah, me Emma, pé nǹkan tí bá ti ń ṣe kò lè go wrong. Trust me now. I will never be with the party. I will never be party to fraud or anything. You know, see go back go wrong, get gbowó yín lọ́wọ́ mi. Ìgbà tó go wrong. Mi ò mọ bó ṣe ṣe. Mi ò mọ ìgbà tó ń ṣe. I don't know. Carry me along.
Wọ́n kọ̀ wá forúkọ mi sí ni.
Ìgbà tó fẹ́ lọ short up sí. Ìgbà tó fẹ́ short up sí. A máa gbọ́ top sí yẹn lọ sí America. Canada ló ti fẹ́ short up sí yẹn o. Àti rí àwọn pathologist kan ní Europe. Spain ló ti fẹ́ ṣe. Kíní kan million ló fẹ́ gbà. Ẹ má worry everything ma come out. Tẹ́ bá rí nǹkan tó ń rí nínú autopsy yẹn gan ẹ̀ nílé. Àṣírí mi ti tú o. Tẹ́ bá rí ìgbà tó rí pé kò sí kankan bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n parọ́ fún mi ni. Wọ́n sọ fún mi pé kò lọ ti fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n sọ fún mi pé nígbà tí mi bọ́ta lọ́jọ́ sí mo sọ fún wọn pé Ọ̀yọ́ lọ ti fẹ́ short up sí ìjọ tí bàbá yẹn ti wá láti Ọ̀yọ́ tó ti wá gba sample mo ti bọ́ta àti mo ti kọ́ wọn pé kò sí pathology kan tó wá láti anywhere Ọ̀yọ́ ló ti wá in fact ẹ rántí ó gbàgbé sample tó fẹ́ wá gbà ó fẹ́ wá mú ẹ̀dọ̀ ìfun ló mú ó fẹ́ pathologist arúgbó ni tó jẹ́ pé kò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe mọ́ pàpà máa yẹn ó fẹ́ mo ní fọ́tò ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ gan kẹ má rò pé bí àmọ̀ ṣeré ṣe ní pathologist yẹn ó fẹ́ wá mú kidney níṣẹ́ ló mú ẹran ìbàdí ló ti yọ ẹran ó gbàgbé ìgbà tó dé inú mọ́tò ló sọ pé òun gbé ẹ̀dọ̀dà kò bá rẹ́dọ̀ òun dáràn fùkùdà kò bá rí fùkù lọ́ba túnṣe oyè yín inú mọ́tò ló ti gbàgbé sùn sínú mọ́tò tó lọ sí Ìbàdàn bó ṣe rántí nìyẹn ó ti fẹ́ dé Ọ̀yọ́ tán ló bá ní òun gbé àṣé ṣàkì lòun mú kò ń ṣe ẹ̀dọ̀ ló bá kígbe ló bá lọ pé àwọn lọ́yà àwọn mi pé òun ti dáràn o òun ò rí kidney o Mohbad tóun mú o wọ́n bá ní kidney ló bá lóun ò rí o níbo wá ní gbogbo ẹ̀dọ̀ wà ló bá ní òun mọ ẹ̀dọ̀ bí òun gbàgbé sínú bọ́ọ̀sì tóun kọ́kọ́ wọ̀ ní òun rẹ́dọ̀ mọ̀ ló bá ní ṣàkì nǹkan onígbàwẹ́ ló yẹ kóun yọ Shaki,
You should go and be doing comedy. You should go and be doing stand-up comedy, honestly.
No, it's not
Are you joking?
About to book another appointment for them together again. That's what I'm.
Are you joking?
I am not joking. I am telling you. He made a mistake. The pathologist, ask anybody. I'm not me. Osheribia told him Mosobi Moisoye. Oh, make a mistake. Oti kuro be. Àwọn méjèèjì ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn representative ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Wọ́n ti mú sample. Ó lọ. Ṣé ló gba bàbá arúgbó ni bàbá yẹn láti Ọ̀yọ́. Mo sọ fún wọn pé láti Ọ̀yọ́ ni nígbà tí ilé sọ pé Spain ló ti fẹ́ ṣe mú ní irọ́ ni sẹ́. Ọ̀yọ́ ni bàbá yẹn ti wá Ọ̀yọ́. Ọ̀yọ́ ayé ọmọlẹ̀ ló ti wá. Àgbàlagbà rẹ̀ ni kò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe ó ti darúgbó. Ìgbà tó tún fẹ́ yọ sample, ó tún béèrè lọ́wọ́ lọ́yà ọ̀hún mi ni pé ṣé Ṣàkì yẹn lélẹ̀ àbí fún ẹran. Ó tún béèrè kò mọ̀ nǹkan tó fẹ́ yọ gan. I dey tell you, no be lie. Ẹni tó darúgbó ni wọ́n lọ mú, wọn ò fẹ́ sanwó. Wọn ò fẹ́ sanwó, na true o. Ló bá tún book another appointment fún wọn. Ìgbà tó wá fẹ́ book another appointment fún wọn, wàláì. Àwọn representative ti wá lọ sọ fún ibi tẹ́dọ̀ wà, lọ sọ fún ibi tí fùkù wà, lọ sọ fún ibi tá bọ́ọ̀dì wà. Ó fẹ́ má bọ́ọ̀dì, wọ́n sọ pé kò ń ṣá bọ́ọ̀dì ló yẹ kó mú o pé fùkù ni, kò mọ̀ kankan. Ó wá lọ ṣe autopsy fún èmi mọ̀ pé kò sí result kankan. Èmi wá wò wọ́n pé bàbá tí ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ fùkù yàtọ̀ sẹ́dọ̀. Ó yé yín ló bá gbé lọ. Ọmọ ṣé mọ̀ pé òun bọ́ta Spain ló ti fẹ́ ṣe mú ní kò sí nǹkan tó. Ìgbà tó ń gbé dé ẹjọ́ bọ́ láti gbé wá. Ọ̀yọ́ ló ti ṣe irọ́ ló ń pa. Ẹ understand? Wọ́n kàn ń tọ́ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn lórí social media ni. Ìgbà tí kíní ẹ̀ wá result wá sí wá tún ní I don't know. Mr. Muyiwa wọ́n carry me along. Ìgbà tó tún yá tó tún fẹ́ gba Sanshitu. That man is kíní kan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni náà.
Ẹ mú ẹ bá wa Sanshitu. Wọ́n máa lọ sí corona, everything is gonna kíní kan. Wọ́n máa fún wa ní kíní kan. Ìgbà tí corona tún jáde tó tún go wrong. Mr. Muyiwa wọ́n carry me along. Gúrẹ́sì àwọn méjì yẹn wọ́n ti gbé lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó máa parọ́ mọ́ wọn ni ó máa lóhùn wọn. Ẹ rántí ìgbà tó dùn mọ́sùn fẹ́ wọlé náà the same thing. Ẹ rántí pé nígbà tí wọ́n tún ṣe yẹn tán ó máa bọ́ta ó máa parọ́. Òun ló tún mú Rich Grace wá o. I trust Rich Grace. Rich Grace ti máa tẹ̀lé bàbá kiri kó tó sọ pé kí Rich Grace wá máa lọ sí kó tún máa lọ tẹ̀lé lọ sọ́dọ̀ lọ́yà o. Ìgbà tó tún yá àṣẹ àwọn tó máa ń pọ̀ lọ́hùn yẹn irọ́ ló ń pa. Ó máa ṣáà máa parọ́ máa ń yọra ẹ̀ all the time irọ́ ló ń pa.
The thing is nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn understand ni pé
they believe too much in her. Àwọn wèrè yẹn tó kàwé they believe too much in her. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò ní làákàyè.
Gbogbo àwọn lawyers yìí tí wọ́n ń filẹ̀ tán lò wọ́n. Àwọn lawyers yìí kàwé wọn ò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ fi ọ̀rọ̀ tí fi ba kárí àwọn jẹ́.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe táwọn pípù yìí. Ẹ wo bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe wà yìí mi ò lè wà lọ́ndà irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mi ò rí irú àwọn èmi Ọmọ́tọ́lá ní mi ò lè máa listen sí irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe. Ó máa ń sọ nǹkan máa ní you all know I don't open my WhatsApp. I don't open messages. I don't listen to anybody. You cannot be the face of the public and not be opening to people. You cannot be the face of the public. You cannot be the face of the people, the public. Come on, listen. Ẹni tó bá ń jẹ́ face of the public, wàá máa wo gbogbo show, wàá lè máa pick something. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe wà yìí. Mo máa ń wo show, tí mo bá dẹ̀ wo show, tí máa rí àwọn nǹkan mi báyìí, máa rí báyìí, tí máa kọ̀ tẹ̀ báyìí. Kíní yẹn á dọ́dọ̀ lọ́yà àwọn state. Àwọn ohun wọ́n fi wọ́n ṣe olórí wọ́n máa sọ pé kí n wo inbox ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ẹni tó bá send message ṣe tó yẹ kó wò kó rò wá ní because you believe too much in yourself, you believe you're now a star, you believe you are fame, you believe only fame. Àwọn ìwọ tó mọ̀ kankan tó yẹ pé tó bá ní kó wá sọ nípa pathology àbí autopsy gan owó gógó ò lè narrate ẹ̀ kó understand because àwọn ò understand ẹ̀ ẹ̀ tó understand bó ṣe wà yẹn kò understand many things but òun ló head wọn afọ́jú ó head gbogbo wọn. Kò understand many things. Tẹ́ bá ní kó wá sọ nípa autopsy, she don't even understand. Kò understand yẹ. Tó máa sọ pé kí ni nǹkan tí Shitu ń ṣe. Shitu máa explain fún kò ní get ẹ̀, kò ní understand. Kò ní knowledge, kò kí ṣe findings, kò kí ṣe research, kò ṣe anything. Kò mọ̀ kankan nípa case yìí. Mo lè sọ fún yín, nǹkan tó kàn máa ń ṣe táwọn èèyàn ń wò ni pé ó ń post on social media, ó wá ń bú àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ ti get, ṣé rí èébú tó ń bú yẹn làwọn èèyàn ń báyìí. At the end of the day, èébú yẹn kò help justice tó ń ṣe. But just because all of them are sad, they are sadists. Wọ́n lè wo pé ẹni àwọn tó wá ń bú yìí kí ló fi help justice. Let's get. You will come out, you come and do this. Damages don't go cause no justice. But they cannot think. They cannot think. So why won't go no justice for MOHBAD? Like justice here go better. If you call for juicy, one for juicy be. If you call for juicy, doing justice for MOHBAD, you don't have to support anybody. Doing justice for MOHBAD, yeah, you are with Baba MOHBAD. Doing justice for MOHBAD, let Baba MOHBAD be afraid of you. And what rubbish go go do she lord we. So by put me ni ohun ani position to Baba MOHBAD go do she o she. Ni bi temi ba wa because o mo pe mi ma o she oto. But because of the money to very make. And again, if I come out to come and say something against Baba MOHBAD, the money that coming in for me will stop. You are making a lot of money in this justice for MOHBAD, and what you want to do, Niwipe, Motiwa, you will come out, Wumi, Omaku. That is not justice. Only most of that time for me, say the truth, do the right thing. You don't have to hate anybody. Once you have hatred in you, you cannot get the truth. Once you have hatred in you, kinikati gboma wambe. Continue to yin sin. Baba MOHBAD dey se ko bai. On dey go do gba won ti mu mi mama bi o ma nu won ma dun. You don't have to do that. Yeah. Oh, make you say yeah, it's nonsense. Oh yeah. Oh, if you say yeah, it's rubbish. Say the truth. Concentrate on what you're doing. Do your research. Thomas send messages here. I want me hearing control. I mean, I don't check my messages. I don't watch shows. Who are you? You cannot be the face of everybody. Oh, you don't watch shows. You have to watch shows. And Remy won't watch show. I watch shows. I do this. I cut stuff. The way that me okay, Drosy or don't want to supporting me. I don't watch them like that. I watch other people. Timo Mokwe, bitterness one you know. From there, if it doesn't share bitterness, one lot man, no Martin, who are relaxed. No man said, no man so I won't come me.
I want to now.
You get what I mean? Like Emma Joko Sibe, Emma Master. I don't watch shows.
Nǹkan tó fi bá yé ara wọn jẹ́ ni interview òṣì ọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ń sọ yẹn.
Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan, ó ní òkè ń wo show. Báwọn dáadé ó kì í ṣe show oníwò. Bí ẹlẹ́yìn ṣe show oníwò. Bí Papiano ṣe show oníwò. Ó dẹ̀ head wọn. How do you know what they discuss? How do you know nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe tó ju ẹ̀? Èyí tí Papiano gan tó ṣe nínú just so better ẹ̀. But people just don't like the truth. Ó yẹ yín. But nítorí pé tó bá ti bọ́ síta tó bá sọ fún wọn pé we don't want Sanshitu, all of them would listen to you. They cannot digest, they cannot think by themselves. Tó bá ti bọ́ síta tó bá lóhùn fẹ́ Sanshitu kò fẹ́ Sanshitu nìyẹn. All of them will not ask why. Tó bá bọ́ síta tó bá ti sọ fún yín pé Odumosu ta la àfẹ́ mọ́ lọ́jọ́ sí la tó fẹ́ gbà lẹ́ni o, people will accept because they are fools. Ó yẹ yín. Ẹni tí ò mọ̀ kankan
statement gbọ́
reason tí ó ṣe fẹ́ Odumosu.
Àṣànádẹ̀ ṣe ń rìn káàkiri and nobody could ask her pé only can you imagine Sanshitu kò lè go instead of them asking on what basis would this man arrest the lady kò sẹ́ni tó lè béèrè kí ni kò pàpà tó tẹ́ ti mú dání tẹ́ ti fi sílẹ̀ pé this is what we are going to arrest her on.
Odumosu yẹn ó wà active ju Sanshitu lọ but just because of our own interest ló ṣe lé Odumosu lọ. I dey tell you now Odumosu wà active. Why? Odumosu listen to them. Odumosu listen, ombele sọ̀rọ̀, omba wọn sọ̀rọ̀, ombe kan wò. Sherry, being a son, they don't have that access to him like that. You understand? Owa, nítorí Karimo ló ṣe lé Odumosu, nothing more. Kò like competition. Nítorí pé Karimo ní access sí straight. Odumosu ti head. Ẹ ti get nǹkan tí mo sọ.
Ṣé Karimo ní access sí Odumosu ni? Nítorí
pé Karimo bọ́ Odumosu bá Karimo sọ̀rọ̀. Torí ẹ ló ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kò kí ń ro advantage nǹkan disadvantage yẹn kò ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú gẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kò kí ń ronú dáadáa kò ní knowledge about so many things. She only very good in kamabuyan, that is all. Èébú yẹn ó fi ba case yẹn jẹ́. Èébú yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí sọ nǹkan fún yín ìjọ tí wọ́n ti ṣe
kò sí case gan tẹ́lẹ̀ náà.
Kò sí case kankan at least kó tẹ̀ ṣe máa dùn. Sherry, ìjọ tí ẹ jẹ́ mistake tó ti ṣe ìjọ tó ti lé Odumosu ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe ti bàjẹ́. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé wípé Sherry pé nígbà tí wọ́n gbé kíní síta Sherry pé Odumosu àti Sanshitu pàpà wá sọ̀rọ̀ they talk but ìgbà tẹ́tí Odumosu ní bitterness nínú ẹ̀ òun náà ń wá bóun bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ronú ìlú òun náà ṣe ń ronú but Sanshitu ò ní bitterness nínú ẹ̀. Odumosu ìkàbí tí wọ́n lòun náà ó ti yé ìkàbí tí wọ́n ní Odumosu ó ní bitterness òun náà ń bá wọn wá ibi tí Yomi ti fẹ́ ṣubú tí Wunmi ti fẹ́ ṣubú ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n lé Odùmọ̀ṣù wá pẹ̀lú ẹni tó wá ibi táwọn kan ti fẹ́ ṣubú àti get wọ́n ṣe lé Odùmọ̀ṣù báyìí Odùmọ̀ṣù wá ń wá ibi táwọn kan ti fẹ́ ṣubú táwọn fi ní rí kankan mú jáde inú kan yìí Odùmọ̀ṣù wá bá wọn wá.
Sorry, nǹkan tẹ̀mí rí nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé ó dàbí ní Ṣàṣètò àti sọ fún bàbá Mohbad pé ìwọ ọmọkùnrin yìí bó ṣe ń bọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ ọlọ́màgò ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n.
Ṣàṣètò is a family man. Odùmọ̀ṣù is a bitter person. They are different people. Only a bitter person can work with them. Oye.
But talákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tó ń lé lọ tíyẹn náà ń lọ wo kinní kò sí àpá kọ̀ọ̀kan lára kinní ṣé
Odùmọ̀ṣù nìyẹn náà.
Odùmọ̀ṣù nìyẹn.
Oye yín. Tó bá jẹ́ pé mi lèmi ń bá wọn ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí sìn. Ṣé ní tó bá pé mi ni mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn gbogbo rádàrá tí bàbá Mohbad ṣe will not do it. I won't allow him to do it. Ó kọ́ ìpọ́ mama wò pé oye yín mo máa hold wọn down sí àwọn kankan. There are some things tí bàbá Mohbad ṣe tó jẹ́ pé àwọn gan ba case jẹ́. Èmi ò ní support bàbá Mohbad kí n máa gbé Naira Marley kí n máa pọ́nlé. I won't do that. Gbogbo mistake tó ń ṣe nìyẹn. Naira Marley is part of this game. Don't ẹ má bá pọ́nlé. For the fact pé ẹ tí ní proof against ẹ omi pé ó innocent. That is me. Èèyàn máa ń ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní proof nípa ẹ̀. Ẹ má pọ́nlé. But ìgbà tẹ́ ti bọ́ta tẹ́ ń play orin ẹ̀. Mohbad tó fi kú kò bá Naira Marley ṣe. Kí ni relationship tó wà láàrin ẹ̀yin àti Naira Marley because ẹ̀yin wá fame ni. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn ó fẹ́ kí Naira Marley kó notice òun. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe ẹ máa gbọ́ ó fẹ́ kí VDM kó notice òun. VDM gangan ọ̀tá justice for Mohbad ní DM if they know they know.
Of course.
Justice for Mohbad tó ń wá yẹn VDM gangan ni ọ̀tá justice for Mohbad.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ èèyàn nà ọmọ ẹ̀ ara nǹkan tó ṣe nà ọmọ ẹ̀ ó kún nǹkan tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó ṣe ní phobia fún hospital.
Ẹ ti fi gbogbo yẹn sílẹ̀. Ṣé rí VDM gbogbo yẹn?
Now, okay, he did an interview.
After justice for Mohbad? No. It's not for justice for Mohbad. It's only for Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Simple.
Of course.
I know. From day one, bó ṣe bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ pé eléyìí ò ní nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́. If you go and check one video I did, from day one to release group chat ni. Duh. You had this group chat. Ó jókòó síwájú Ìyábọ̀. Ó ní, I said to Ìyábọ̀, I respect you. You are a feisty woman. Maybe. I'm like, try only with exhibit kokolabo. You will not be saying maybe. I respect you. You will be saying Ìyábọ̀ Òjó, you want to divert justice. That's what you'll be saying. But I want you to capture and one gathering. Àṣírí ti tú. VDM ló máa gbọ́ adé bẹ́ẹ̀ sẹ́mi.
Ẹ wo nǹkan tó sọ lánàá. Ó ní pé ẹ máa gbọ́ nǹkan Dolly P ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ lánàá. A ti sọ pé kí bàbá kọ́kọ́ tà ti VDM. Kí ni ìyàtọ̀ pé kí o bá gbé ẹ máa gbọ́ kí o bá gbé DNA
ó máa ṣe
DNA bá gbé DNA fún VDM kò yàtọ̀ sí pé ẹ gbé DNA fún Naira Marley lọ wọ́n rori just because they can't think supporting Baba Mohbad you don't have to support Naira Marley straightforward kí ni Naira Marley ṣe pẹ̀lú kéèsì sit down and see gbogbo ohun tí Naira Marley ṣe pẹ̀lú kéèsì Naira Marley tó sọ fún yín pé 72,000 wà níbì kan tell him to bring the proof ó yẹ kí díẹ̀ gbóná lọ́wọ́ yín but nítorí pé bí Naira Marley ṣe post time wọ́n ti fancy ẹ̀ Naira Marley came out ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé nǹkan kan fún ẹ jẹ́ kí n analyse nǹkan kan fún yín sìn ṣẹ́rí ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé tí VDM gbé Sam Larry bọ́ síta mo sọ fún àwọn kan mo ní Naira Marley is coming out Sam Larry tó bọ́ síta yìí wọ́n fẹ́ fi wá wo ground ni bó ṣe gbé Sam Larry bọ́ síta yìí mo nítorí Naira Marley ló ṣe gbé wá ok jẹ́ ká máa wò lọ ó gbé Sam Larry wá àwọn èèyàn fún ní ground ojú wa ti VDM gan pé ewu bá àwọn èèyàn ṣe àwọn accept Sam Larry àwọn èèyàn wá drag Sam Larry gan next tó ṣe ó kàn lọ gbé bàbá Mohbad wá ni ó fi cover up àwọn nǹkan tó lọ nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sọ fún Sam Larry.
Imagine bàbá Mohbad going to VDM.
Máa gbọ́ bó ṣe cover up ṣé láwọn tó ń manage wọn gbọ́n dáadáa ó yẹ yín bó ṣe cover up ni bó ṣe cover up ó wá gbé yẹn wá gbogbo nǹkan tó bá béèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé kí ni gbogbo nǹkan tí spending sọ fún wa láì VDM ò lè rántí but because he wasn't interested tó bá béèrè pé gbogbo nǹkan tí Prime Boy sọ fún kí ló sọ kò lè rántí he was not interested because his mind was not there Naira Marley ló ń rò ṣẹ́rí immediately tí Wunmi ti bọ́ta tó wá ṣe interview mo mọ̀ pé Naira Marley is coming out tó bá pé Wunmi ò ti bọ́ta ṣe interview up till now Naira Marley will not come out kò ní come out they know their game. But these people, you have to study them because our people here, they have experts. Tí wọ́n sọ àwọn kankan fún wọn pé this is where we are going to go. This is how we are going to do it. This is how we are going to do it. They now like pushing Baba Mohbad.
ẹ kú wájú
Baba
o.
Mohbad sáwọn kankan àwọn nǹkan tí Baba Mohbad wá ń ṣe. Àwọn gangan fúnra ara wọn wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wípé wọ́n rí ní wá justice yẹn. Baba Mohbad ti wá rí wọn tán pé owó ló ń wá. You are ó wá gbé Naira Marley ẹ wá promote Naira Marley. Lẹ́yìn tí Mohbad pariwo kó ṣe nǹkan báyìí. Ẹ wá promote Naira Marley again. Ẹ wá fẹ́ bring Naira Marley up again. Ẹ wá go against Mohbad. Baba Mohbad is doing the same thing o. Ṣẹ́rí sì pé wọ́n ní Baba Mohbad lọ sí ṣẹ́rí pé Baba Mohbad lọ sí Punch yẹn lóòótọ́.
Ó lọ sí Punch bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Nítorí pé wọ́n pariwo mọ́ lórí social media ó bọ́ta ó lóun ò ṣe. Ẹ bá lè mọ̀ pé Baba Mohbad mọ writing. Owó tó fẹ́ gbà lórí social media ó wá bọ́sítà ó ní I didn't do it because Baba Mohbad mọ̀ inside himself pé Naira Marley ṣe kíní ìfọmọ mi. But nítorí àwọn public àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé.
Oh no, go inside himself only now.
Ẹ kú wájú lọ́tún lósì.
Ó ṣe interview tó sọ.
Welcome back. So that sub was for Bukky Jesse. Apart from the part of spokespersons of WUNMI, that sub is actually for Bukky Jesse, for her role in Justice for Mohbad, how she remained steadfast. What they are trying to point out here is that there are certain inconsistency, there are certain action that should have been taken, but they refused. It's the same thing, the way the supporters of Cynthia refused to see any fault, such as, what is the big deal? Is it a bad thing to be bullied? Like a wife can bully. They even made mention of how MOHBAD called Cynthia, cursed Cynthia, and said a lot of terrible things to Cynthia. They said, so what's the big deal about being bullied? Now, the thing about selective justice, selective response, what's the big deal if Cynthia bullied MOHBAD? And then they said, does MOHBAD sound like somebody that could be bullied? Why stick with the same that is causing you pain? This takes me back to what Naira Marley said. Naira Marley said, you know, I have warned you severally. I said, why have you insisted? Why have you chosen to remain with the people, with the person that you claim has been causing you grief? Why have you chosen to be friends with the same people, with the same person that is causing you pain? In all of it, he even went ahead to say, I find it ridiculous that MOHBAD refused to have a bank account. All the monies that come in goes into the account of his wife or his girlfriend or fiancé or partner, whatever way, whichever way. And I wondered and I asked questions. I said, Oga, can't you put money in your account? MOHBAD will laugh sheepishly, and it's funny. He will act like he's not really having any issues with it and still having issues with it. So MOHBAD seems to be someone who will complain, but when action or solution is provided to get rid of whatever it is that is the issue, MOHBAD will disappear. It will not accept, it will not agree, it won't allow you to solve that problem. He's only interested in the complaint without solution. What am I saying? If you pay close attention to some of the words of his father, it started from this: MOHBAD is being bullied. His father said, okay, you know what? I'm not that, even if I am broke, there are people that I know if I cry to them, they will help you stop this bullying. Now, I know how difficult it can be when you are up against certain groups of people and you want to remain strong. You don't want to act like a sissy, like a boy, girl. You want to be a man. It will look awkward and you might be laughed at that you are not rugged enough. How can so and so person call on so and so person that you are being bullied? You don't want that kind of thing. You want it to be, I fought for myself. I'm streetwise. I'm rugged. I can do all things. I am this and that and that. MOHBAD was unable to succeed in that. He was unable to successfully protect himself publicly and still unable to accept help coming from family, such as his father and mother. Another thing again, when MOHBAD's father talked about the land and everything, MOHBAD's father stood up like a father. How can I sit down and allow this to happen? Not on my watch. If there is anything that needs to be done, we must do it now. The father stood up, did all that he could. MOHBAD's so-called wife, mom, and father, and many other people, they were forced to gather emergency meeting to discuss why property is in the name of MOHBAD's son and even the documents are not with him. Why? What a wicked world. Could it be that MOHBAD was shy because he had relied on the mother of Cynthia to bring him money to feed? We heard about that from the driver of the SUV when MOHBAD and Cynthia had the argument. That Cynthia had talked about that, using that opportunity to take a swipe at MOHBAD during the argument between him and his friend, Prime Boy. She took a swipe and said, now you are forming superstar because you have gotten 1 or 2 pounds in your pocket and some money here and there. Have you forgotten when I go to my mom to collect money for us to feed and you had nothing? Now you are acting proud. I heard now that you are chasing a girl in the UK. So you think you will leave me? And MOHBAD is like, we even know who this child is for. Who knows where you brought this pregnancy for? You know, that kind of talk. MOHBAD does not sound like somebody that cannot talk. In privacy, in his own space, he can do whatever he wishes to do. It's not like MOHBAD is that quiet. Oh, that boy is so quiet, doesn't know. We saw how he had a very rough encounter with his friend, with Prime Boy. He wasn't gentle like, okay, Prime Boy, let's go. He was not just upset telling his friend to get out of the SUV. He came down. So it's not just he came down. Some might be like, hey, maybe he's just so angry. You know those people that don't talk. When they get angry, whatever. The thing is, he got angry. He kicked his friend out of the car, out of the SUV. Still going back home, they continued their fight. Was Cynthia rage baiting him? Possibly. And they did what they did. Is it by force to continue a relationship with such a person? No. That is the part that people are faulting MOHBAD, like, hey, should have continued. But then, started hearing that there's juju involved in this matter. Juju. And this juju, they said it is made with full chicken. And that the bones are what is needed. The bones of the chicken. The bone, all of it must be brought all of it must be brought. The person must finish the chicken and it must be brought back for burial. Well, I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know what you think about this whole matter. It's really getting a lot of people angry, and there are people who believe that MOHBAD should not be held accountable for anything. After all, he's not alive. He's not here to defend himself, and we do not know what could have gone wrong. Yeah, I don't understand that part of it, that you cannot query someone who is not alive because they are not here to defend themselves. It's just not morally right. But we can learn lessons from action and inaction of MOHBAD and his family. Now let's look at some of the things that have been raised about MOHBAD's father, even though it's not something that we like to do. But then, when I say like to do, not because we don't want to point it out, but we don't want this to be made, MOHBAD's father to be made a focus of justice for MOHBAD. They said MOHBAD's father has shown signs of a greedy fellow. How can it be that you, as a person, you, as a human being, you, as an individual, you claim that you're a pastor, a Christian? Of course, it doesn't make any difference. But you don't mind collecting from people who you know are opposite of your faith. Idol worshippers, for example. Erelu. You collect clothes, you collect everything from them. You smile, do photo shoots. It's all about what they can give him. They said, no, leave him. That man is just forming pastor. He does juju a lot. Let us keep that filed somewhere. He said he has been collecting even from people that normally he should have known are enemies. He knows, but he will collect from them. It doesn't matter to him. What about that? What about that? He said he will collect all. He will take it. He will collect. He is not afraid. He doesn't care. He will take it from them. Dining with the enemy. Because he believes that he must be giving everything. Why? How can it be that he won't be giving everything? How can it be that he won't be served? How can it be? It is all about give me, give me. He will take from Cynthia if care is not taken. Because it is about collecting. That's what these are fans of MOHBAD's father. These are fans of MOHBAD's father. So it seems right now, nothing can be made to be as strong as how it used to be in the beginning. Nothing. Nothing can be made. Nothing can be made. Nothing can be made to redeem the image of MOHBAD's father anymore. So we are left with what? Justice for MOHBAD, which is what we should all focus about. There is no need redeeming MOHBAD's father's image, savaging it. He can do whatever he wants to do. We'll remain focused on justice and nothing more. So people are only waiting to see. Maybe one day MOHBAD's father will wake up and then say, I am no longer interested in chasing justice. In fact, that's what he's saying right now in a way. I am now interested in another form of justice. What our guests talked about, of course, we know they are for Cynthia, obviously. They are for Cynthia.